Hey guys, what's going on? It's Waseem here from the channel Hunts and Smiles. Thank you for joining me in another fragrance review. Today I'm looking at a fragrance from the house of Areej Dore. It's part of their fourth collection, and this one is called Oud Luwak. This one was released in 2018. The nose behind the scent is obviously Russian Adam. So Oud Luwak, as the name suggests, is based on two main notes, Oud and Luwak. Luwak coffee, more specifically. So a little bit of a background regarding to the two notes. Oud, I'm guessing most of you guys may be aware of oud, but for the guys that don't know what oud is, it's basically derived from a tree, an Aquilaria species of tree, which is prevalent around South Asia and the Far East. And this type of tree, it's sometimes attacked by a fungus, and the Aquilaria tree, in order to fight the fungus, has its own self-defensive mechanism, and it releases a resin, and this dark resin helps to protect the tree against the fungus. And this dark resin, which stays inside the tree, it can be cut, and the resin, when it's burnt on it, the chip, when it's burnt, it gives off a very lovely fragrant smell. And the resin can also be distilled into oil, and this is the oil that is used in perfumery, and people wear it neat as well. It's an oil, and it's a fragrant resin that's been burnt for thousands of years. People have been using it for thousands of years. It's named in religious textbooks, such from in the Bible. It's named in Sanskrit text from India. It's also named in some religious texts and the Islamic religion as well. So that's oud. So what's Luwak? Luwak coffee is a luxurious type of coffee. Luwak coffee is derived in a very strange manner. A civet cat, it finds the best coffee beans that it can. It eats these coffee beans and then it shits them out. It poops them out, and then these pooped out coffee beans from the civet cat are gathered by farmers, and they're cleaned and they're grinded, and coffee is made out of those pooped out coffee beans. And apparently it's the most luxurious and best tasting coffee in the world. So yeah, very strange, but this is the fragrance. It's based on oud, and it's based on Luwak coffee. So that was a bit of a background. I got the dry down on my wrist. Let's run through the notes, and then we'll talk about what the scent smells like, give you an idea of the performance that I got, and then my final overall rating. So a little bit of a note from the brand, Oud Luwak, an oud perfume featuring the finest aspect of authentic rare wild oud from Papua New Guinea. The top of the fragrance, we're going to get Coffee Luwak, Sinking Sumatra Agarwood Smoke Infusion. Sumatra is an island of Malaysia. And we also in the heart get Morocco Noir Oud Oil, Spikenard, carrot seeds and nutmeg. And the base of the fragrance is Indian Oud, Indonesian Vetiver Absolute, Cedarwood and Sumatra Benzoin. So those were the notes, but what do we get on our skin? Spraying on Oud Luwak, you hit with this beautiful, smooth, very creamy, very milky coffee note, and in the background of this sweet, smooth, very milky coffee, you get the backbone of the oud. The oud in this scent, very much for me, is the supporting player. It's just really helping to bind the scent, and it's allowing the coffee to play its part, to be the center stage. And like I've said, the coffee has on my skin this really smooth, sweet, creamy, milky feel. So it feels like the coffee of a latte or a cappuccino, because of that sweet, milky feel. And the scent for me remains this way. The oud, like I've said, is a supporting flair, and the oud in this for me has this deep, quite resinous feel. It's quite smoky, it's slightly funky as well, but the coffee and the sweetness from the coffee and the milkiness, it really helps to tame the oud in this scent. And for me, I find that this scent was very wearable, even though the oud had a touch of funkiness to it. And as the fragrance develops into the dry down, it stays this sweet, very creamy, very milky coffee scent, slightly earthy, and has that woody backbone from the oud. But deep into the dry down, I got this really weird dry down on my skin on a number of wearings when I tested this, and I think it might have just been me, but I got this very strange rubbery tire sort of smell in the dry down, with like a tennis ball sort of feel as well. but the coffee dominated this. It was just slight nuances that I got off tennis balls and rubbery tires. Really strange, but the coffee stayed throughout. So the dry down for me was really strange, but the mid and the heart of the fragrance, the first 6 hours or so were absolutely beautiful. Very genuine, authentic smell of coffee. Possibly the first 6 hours or so, one of the best coffee smelling fragrance I've smelled. Coffee is a scent profile which is really hard to replicate. I've tried so many coffee based scents and I've never been able to nail the scent of coffee, but this one genuinely smells like authentic, very luxurious coffee. But deep into the dry down, I do get nuances of tennis balls and funky rubbery tire smell. Very strange, but apart from that, it's a beautiful scent. In terms of performance, this one was really good performance. Coffee again is a note where I found in many other fragrances the projection is quite poor, but I got around 10 hours of longevity with the projection being quite strong. Really good scent cloud throughout the day. In terms of overall rating, because of that really strange dry down that I got, but having that really glorious, really lovely coffee smell, I'm going to give it a score of 3.5 out of 5. It's an expensive fragrance and I wouldn't go out and buy a full bottle personally, even though I did enjoy the sample. The coffee in this is glorious. If you're a coffee lover, you definitely need to get a sample to see what this is all about. But if you can't get a sample and you're quite curious to smell like a Luwak, coffee Luwak sort of smell, there's this other company called Rising Phoenix Perfumery, which do a Luwak coffee type attar as well. That one you definitely need to check out. I've done a review of that on my channel, so do check that one out as well. So Oud Luwak from Areej Dore gets a score of 3.5 out of 5. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, then please do leave me a like and a comment below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. It really helps me out. Until next time, my friends, see you later.